Do you ever wonder what a Gen X thinks? Well, you're in the right place. Welcome to Gen X Talks.
Let's see if we're going 1, 3, and 5 is up. Let me make sure the pod track is moving. I'm so far behind tonight. I do apologize, but we're trying to get there from here. Can't get there from there, so we got to get there from here. Gen X Mom, let's check your mic.
Hello, good evening.
Mary Mathis, let's check your mic.
Hello, hello.
Okay, so it looks like 3 of us are here. Tonight's show is sponsored by Pendleton Whiskey. That's not true. They don't even know we exist. And even if we did exist, they wouldn't know we existed. That's how small of an operation we get. Gen X Mom, you're pointing.
Dragon Slayer Jade goes, no hat.
Okay.
So did Steve Plum.
On goes the hat.
Shoot. No hat.
No, we said that we would go without a hat until someone said to Mary Mathis suggested, she goes, your hair is looking amazing tonight. Don't use a hat. I said, okay, I'll go without a hat until someone says something. And then the glorious head of hair is going to be sheltered and hid forever. for all time. And so that was it. Dragon Slayer Jade, yeah, okay, good job. Good job, Dragon Slayer Jade. You found a way to put the hair away. Well done. Heidi ho, neighbors there in Mendon. We're drinking like it's a $1.2 million night because it is. Bum, 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 bum. Got to start with the view. Everybody starts with the view. I'm going to start with the drink. Look at my glass. Look at my glass right there. It says the General, KGXT, GXT, Gen X Talks, KGXT Radio, and Gen X Talks. Thank you very much. It is the Gen X Talks live stream. I'm going to raise my glass. You're going to raise yours. We're looking together at the $1.2 million view, carefully crafted through a bottle of Pendleton, thanks to the Sun Valley Fox, with the sun setting over the mountains around South Lake Tahoe. No.
Do we have a new $2 hoe?
Right in the middle of my speech, huh? Right in the middle of my toast. That's all. All right, everybody stop what you're doing.
I thought you were
Let's
done.
Sit back and I haven't drank yet. I haven't even got to the part where I'm drinking. You okay?
All right, I'll sit and be quiet.
Yeah, we do. Let's everybody
I'll
stop.
just sit
stop.
here for a
stop
second.
drinking. Put your drinks down.
I'll just sit here.
We'll just stop. Who talks in the middle of a toast?
Me.
Okay. Yeah, we do have a new $2 whore.
A what? A total?
A $2 whore.
No
Yeah.
more for you.
I haven't had any yet. I wasn't even pre-gaming.
And Christopher Sivic made a guess.
Yeah.
Who did Christopher Sivic guess?
Ben Matlock never lost a case.
Never lost a case.
And he said the whole thing.
Yeah, he's right. So now, thanks, Chris. Way to go, buddy. You just picked it right out of the air. We couldn't even make the suspense last a little longer. We can't have a toast. I was trying to give instructions with the toast. Couldn't do that because we got to stop. We got to stop and talk with Jen.
Send me to the woodshed.
Gen X Mom, is there anything else you want to talk about before
If she goes to the woodshed, I go.
Oh, for God's sake.
Send me to the woodshed.
How about you guys both of you just shut the fuck up for 5 seconds? Now, is there anything else? Because I'm going to redo my toast.
Well, Justin Bennett wants to know how you're feeling, and you had us worried after the last stream, he said. Is
I'm
that
not
for later?
dead. Can't kill me. Not that easy.
End
All right.
of story. Okay.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and try again. Welcome to the Gen X Talks live stream. It's not a podcast, it's a live stream. We do it 3 times a week, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. That's when we meet for the bottom of the glass nation. It's more of a friendly version. We call it the neighborhood show. Now, what you're seeing right here is some clever pictography. That's a word I just made up because like my son would say, Briggs would say, all words are made up, Dad. That's the sun setting over the mountains at South Lake Tahoe through a jar of Pendleton Rye. Now, that glass has been drank already. In fact, that bottle's probably 12 bottles ago. But here's the deal. I'm going to drink to this $1.2 million view. You're going to drink to this $1.2 million view. And how this goes, I'm going to drink and tell lies. You're going to drink and believe them. It's a very symbiotic relationship going on here. If you don't drink to the point where you believe everything I say, what are we all doing together here? We're just wasting each other's time. But for right now, it's looking very promising. I'll raise my glass. You raise yours. We'll get through this together. No more interruptions, man. No more interruptions. We'll get through this like men. Bury your feelings way down, focus in on what's going on. It's time to put the cat out, let the dog in, and we'll get going with this thing. Let's kick this pig. We're drinking now. Gen X Mom.
Two Bear member for 37 months tonight on YouTube says love and respect to the bottom of the glass nation. Also, Scott Royston for $5. Mama X Woodshed Party Fund.
Woo woo.
Woodshed. Uh-oh. We have a problem here. I clicked over to Chingadaris, my wife, and we have the top of Mary Mathis's head because she's looking down right now. There's her eyes. Yeah, see that? Peekaboo. So what we have to do is we got to change that. Now we got to come over here and we got to change that to this one. There's Gen X Mom. Oh, we can all see her face too. Then we got to pull up the open because you know why I started over. I had all this set before. This part I had done. So then we go like this and we go to camera 2 and we bring this down, bump, 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 right till we can see the boobs. And then we shrink this thing a little bit here and we'll bring it. Come on, you guys know what I'm doing here. Bear with me. And because I did all this before.
Boobs up.
Boobs up. And boobs and face. That's all we need. That's all we need. Boobs and face. All right. We will adjust Mary Mathis' camera when it comes to her. But right now, Gen X Mom, you're on screen. There you go.
I have a special birthday to announce tonight.
I doubt it, but go ahead.
My brother, the Sun Valley Fox, is celebrating his 71st birthday today.
Happy birthday, Sun Valley Fox.
Happy birthday, Sun Valley Fox. Should have made him the $2 whore.
Yeah, you should have.
So guess what?
What?
Without going overboard on the description, because I'm trying to put you in check, Did I not try to call around Gardnerville, Minden, and Carson today to find a flower shop that was open to send your brother flowers? Did I or did I not?
You did.
Okay. Now, we can stop there because I don't want you to give away what I was sending. But is my backup plan not equally as good?
It's funny, yeah.
See, sending him a Singapore hooker is okay because it's not his fault. He can just look at St. Don and go, I obviously didn't send her. And it would be rude not to accept a gift. And there we are. Everything plays out like it's supposed to. So, yeah, I did. I called around to send the Sun Valley Fox some flowers. It didn't happen. None of the places were open. And the ones that were, they were way too expensive. I mean, like more money than you would ever spend on the Sun Valley Fox. So nobody was willing to deliver flowers for under $11. So we didn't get any fucking flowers. And that was about it. All right, let's go back to the Big Daddy camera. And I have something else to say here. No, I think I was good. Mom and Dad, do you have the side-to-side motion going? Is there anything else you got to say?
Yes, I do.
Go ahead.
Joey, you queer today. Member for
brother Joey.
36 months. 3 years ago, I wandered into a TikTok live and found an unusual but interesting gentleman and a young man. We might not be on the same ideology, yet here I am 3 years later, bottom of the glass of the Legion of X.
There we fit. That is bottom of the glass Legion of X. My man.
John Morgan
Joey.
for $2 on YouTube says it was the anti-Sammy cam. Just see the top of the head.
Now I'm not sure if seeing the top of the head on the Sammy cam is a short reference or a sexual reference. But either way, it fits with Sammy Joe, so I'm good with that.
That's true. I have one more birthday to announce.
Okay, who else?
Then I'm done.
Who else is crowding up the birthday calendar?
Tomorrow is Dr. Shadowlight's birthday. I believe he
Happy
will.
birthday, Dr. Shadowlight.
It's not till tomorrow.
I think he is circling 46 laps tomorrow.
Around the sun?
Yes.
How many laps around the sun did the Sun Valley Fox make it?
I said 71
Wow.
was a lot.
People make it that old still? That's a long time. Or is it 71 or was he born in 1871? Because we saw the Civil War and World War II pictures the other day. I mean, you just can't quite tell.
A while. He's been around.
Photobombing back before. Photobombing was a thing. We saw that on the other show. All right. So
He was the OG of photobombs.
He was. He clearly was. All right. So we are behind on stuff. Uh-oh. This is bad. Now on the camera, on the screen,
Oh my gosh.
there's two of you. Now, okay, that's not happening. I'm not doing that shit. Let's try this again.
What the heck is going on?
I know, because I shut everything down and started it again. Things don't remember where I'm at. All right, boom. Let's see. So that's this one. So now we're going to go here. We're going to see if we can't get Mary Mathis on screen. Let's try this. Go to the other one. And boom, look who's there. That also means that if we want to put her in frame, we have to do this. Go down to her boobs, and her boobs are fucking huge. We go to the right a little bit there. It's kind of tough to get her boobs in frame all at once, but I think I'm doing a good job there. All right. So we got Mary Mathis in there, boobs and face. We got Gen X Mom in there, boobs and face. I don't think any of you men out there should have any more complaints, especially Mike Perkins. This is as close as he's ever gotten to Mary Mathis' boobs. He ain't getting no closer either, Mike. Sorry, buddy. This is as close you're going to get. I'm not zooming in for you. Pay me $5, I might do it. But anyway, okay, so let's go back to now. You two are in the drag and drop section of the program. You see how nice I was to do that?
Oh, wow. So we're going to be on here with you the whole time?
The whole fucking time, man. This is great. This is where we're supposed to be. One big, happy, dysfunctional family. You're welcome to it. All right.
Dysfunctional is a good word.
It is. It's a good word.
That's a very good word.
All right. So let's go back up here. We're doing please, everyone, if you have your good moderators out there, Patreon. If you didn't get notified, guess who got notified? Patreon members. That's right. I sent out smoke signals because platforms block us. They just do. Platforms ban us. They just do. But you know what? They can't stop us from sending smoke signals. An old school thing back in the day. I learned how to do it from the Sun Valley Fox. He sat and made me, he sat there in the New Mexico desert and forced me to weave my own blanket out of llama hair.
Llama hair?
which suspiciously looked like pubic hair, but whatever. I got it done. And once I had the llama hair rug, then he taught me how to do the smoke signals, went up everywhere, then people could be notified. I gave him $12 and off we went. So that if you guys want to be notified, the moderators are putting up a link for you. It's got you. Not only do you get smoke signals whenever we're doing something live, you get to scroll back through 4.5 years of behind the scenes Gen X Talk stuff. You can do it on Facebook. Go to a place called the General's Lunchbox. You can do it on YouTube. Go to the community section, little post section, and join. It's $1. It's all $1. $1 fucking dollar. You've got $1 and change in your couch cushions. Don't be such a ginch. All right. So there we go. Also, yes, dropping tomorrow is the video version of the Shopify nude podcast, which everyone's just having a fit about. But there's your picture. And
why are they having a fit about it?
Because
I'm covered.
I know you're covered, but everyone had the same question.
What's that?
Was she? They all know you're covered, but they're like, was she wearing like a bikini top or a bra? Was she really topless in the studio when you took the picture?
Yep.
And I said, well, yeah.
Not enough people watched the studio camera.
Not enough people were on the studio camera that day, I can assure you. So
you never know what's going to happen in the studio cam.
You seriously do not.
You pay for that shit.
So that's the deal. It will drop. The video version will drop tomorrow or tonight at midnight, 12:02. Okay. Now, we've been talking a lot about Briggs. How good he's doing, what a great driver he is. We talked about how he fucked up with the trailer keys, but I also overemphasized that I really think that got to him, that he realized, holy shit, I do fuck up. It wasn't one of those things where a kid goes, okay, well, so what, I fucked. No. He got it. That was a moment in where, as a dad, you look at it and go, you wait for those times when it kind of sinks in. And that did. And we talked about what a great milestone that was moving forward. Then I told you guys how great he did driving the trailer back down here. I mean, that kid for 19 years old can drive like a fucking pro. I mean, I don't know that I drove a trailer at 19 as well as he does. So the real test was going to be, can he drive one loaded back up over the pass, pushing himself down the backside of the pass.
Yeah.
So we talked. He got his go bag of tools. He had filled up with gas. He had a little cash. Had a credit card. Checked all his fluids. Everything was looking good. He loaded everything sturdy. Loaded everything stable. Got going, ready to go. And the trip version of the story is he made it to Minden safely and got things unloaded with the help of the Sun Valley Fox. One of your nephews helped. Matty helped.
His oldest son.
Sun Valley Fox's oldest son. His oldest son, Sun Valley Fox's oldest son, I'm thinking is about 68, 69. No. I think Sun Valley Fox is 109, 110. Sun Valley Fox got great grandchildren right now. But he got it done, and I prepped him on everything about going slow, downshifting, getting into the mountains and stuff like that. And the one thing I didn't prepare him for happened.
Oh, now you're telling me.
So he gives me a phone call.
When?
And you know what?
I've been worried about him since he left yesterday.
In the middle of the show, I don't need to start explaining myself to you. Right now, I'm in charge. You can go back to telling me what color pants to wear on what day when the show's over, but we're in front of my friends.
I took care of that. I put the days of the week on your pants and your underwear. It should be good.
I know. It's okay because I was trained with the Garanimals, so I know how to... Anyway, he says, Dad, the one thing we didn't talk about, and I said, what was that? He goes, fog. Because the clouds settled in for a storm, and he couldn't see. He goes, I said, well, how bad was it? He goes, I couldn't see 20 feet in front of me.
Yeah, he said it.
And I said, what'd you do? And he goes, I slowed down to 8 miles an hour, turned my hazards on, and I just went slow. I just followed the curve of the road with the lines and just went, 10 miles an hour, 8 miles an hour. He goes, it took an hour to go what would have taken 10 minutes. He goes, well, I just went slow until he dropped down under the cloud and could see again. He did it right. That is the one thing we didn't talk about. He handled it like a man, got it done, got everything unloaded. He said nothing broke in the drive, so he got his load shifted very little, if at all. That's good. So overall, great experience. Very, very proud of him for doing that. That was a trailer it wasn't fully loaded. It wasn't super
It
heavy.
was enough.
But it's still pushing you down a hillside at 29 degrees on the hill. If any of that snow had melted the day before, it can leave water on the road, which freezes, and you got ice again, even if you haven't had a storm.
Yeah.
So he did really well, ladies and gentlemen. You can give props to Briggs on that one. He
And
did
then
a
he
good
woke
job.
up this morning.
Great
he
job,
woke up
Briggs.
Yeah, he woke up at 7 saying, "I'm ready to go get the trailer from Sun Valley Fox's, Uncle Joe's. I'm ready to unload it." He goes, "But I'm running into a problem." Now, he didn't wake up at 10 o'clock and tell me this.
Right.
I got this phone call at 7 a.m. I go, "What's going on?" He goes, check your phone. Snowing. He goes, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Nothing. Go back to bed." So he did eventually. The snow cleared up. The rain cleared up. He did get it unloaded. And now he's probably enjoying a home-cooked meal from St. Donna. And she probably feels sorry for him. He probably did one of these. I haven't had any home-cooked cookies since home-baked cookies
I miss my
since the
home.
last time I was here. I'm just saying. And she probably went, "Oh, let me go bake you some right now. You let me go get you some of those cookies." I'm guessing that's what happened.
I'm away from home.
Yeah, I'm all by myself.
There's no food at the house.
There's no food up here. So that's how that happened. And then I asked him what he was doing tonight. Figured he's going to play video games with his friends. He goes, "I'm hanging out with Uncle Joe." So Sun Valley Fox has got company tonight. They're probably both sitting on a Barca lounger, sharing a shot of whiskey, fighting over the show. Sun Valley Fox is probably trying to watch the show. The kid's going, "Turn this shit off. I see Dad all the time. I don't give a shit anymore." All right. So, but the reason I bring this up, and there is a reason, and this you don't know. This is a story you have no idea. And I have it on videotape.
Okay.
Now pay attention. I'm going to play this
okay.
videotape one time, but I need you to watch. This is a security camera of my front driveway, and we had our old Yukon hooked up to the trailer because moving the trailer around, and we Briggs backed the Yukon and the trailer in the driveway and was loading the trailer. He went to take the Yukon out from under the trailer, put it in the street, bring his truck up, and hook his truck up to the trailer.
He told me about this.
And he was would have been better had you not said that. Yeah. See, I set this thing up for be dramatic, and when you slide in there with, "I already know about it,"
I haven't seen the video.
makes me not want to show it or talk about it.
I haven't seen the
You
video.
really have a knack for fucking up everything I'm doing in life. Chicks, man. Chicks. So anyway, this new, exciting, brand new story that's going to scare his mother to death because she doesn't know what's coming is about to unfold. Here we go.
It is.
See these eyes beaming right at your head, penetrating? See this right here?
See my finger?
Well, I do, but nobody else does
Up your ass?
it's off camera. You have to,
Do you want this one or this
no
one?
one can see what you're doing. You have to pull
is
it
that
in.
the
Do
nudity?
you want this
There you
one
go.
or this one? This one or this
What
one?
do you mean, do I want that? I don't want up my ass. Neither one. My ass has a tattoo that says "exit only." You better remember that. Anyway, yeah, she was flipping me off, but she went like this so no one could see it. She pulls it back in, then you can see it. She can't even flip me off correctly on camera. You see how much part of the show she is?
Jeremy
Can't-
B's flicking you off.
No, he's flipping you off, showing you how to do it correctly.
No, they're all on my side.
Nobody's on your side. Hefe.
We're all on her side.
Well, you have to be. They don't. Theirs is a choice, and they choose the general. All right. Just like the old days with your Flintstones vitamins, you have to have a crunch of the general every day to keep your life in order. All right. So the security camera shows him trying to get the Yukon out from under the trailer, but he raised the trailer as high as it goes, and it would not come off. And he's trying to get the Yukon to get out from under it so he can. So you know what he does? I didn't know this. He puts the Yukon in neutral and goes back behind the trailer and bounces on the bumper until it pops loose, then runs down the driveway as the Yukon's going down the driveway to jump into the Yukon to stop it. Now, after I watched this video twice, you know what I noticed on the second one? He jumps in it and takes off. He didn't jump in it, put it in park, and start the engine. He fucking had the engine running while it was going. If for any reason that had dropped into drive, that Yukon would have just taken off. So I'm going to show you the video right now. We'll play it for you right here so you guys can see it. True, it's a story, not even true story. There's Briggs.
That's pretty innovative.
He's innovative.
Hey, that's just as bad as your story of the truck incident hitting the thing at church. You guys jumping
So here
out of
he
it.
is. He's in it. He starts it up.
Oh my gosh.
He's going to put it in neutral. He's still in the truck. You see him. He's in the Yukon right there. It's the gray vehicle in front of the trailer. And come on now, there's the brake lights come on and puts it in neutral. Now you can get out of it. Now the engine is running, it's in neutral, and he can't get it separate. I cut out the part of the video where he's been working on this for half an hour, bounces on it, there goes the Yukon, runs back in it, jumps in, doesn't hit the back of my truck, doesn't hit the... Look, he keeps going. His engine was already running. What were you, everyone's seeing you covering your mouth. What happened?
Watching the Yukon go without a driver?
Yeah, he got it. He's all right there. So, yeah, true story. That's what happened that's what's on the security camera. And he comes in telling me how innovative that is. Like, well, look what I did. Aren't you proud of me? No, not even a fucking little bit. Not even a little bit proud. The fuck you doing?
Oh my god.
Could have hit my truck, could have hit 8-bit, could have hit his Dodge across the street, and if he wouldn't have got in it, that fucking Yukon would have just kept going. But anyway, so I guess we're back to saying he's really good at driving. That would count for it, but that's one way to do it.
Oh my god.
Anyway, he got it hooked up and everything was fine. We're
and
back
you
down the
wanted
road.
me to drive with him to Minden. That scares me even more.
So, hey, don't worry. Guess what came across my screen again? 9 cutest small towns in Nevada. Another one came up today. You know what town wasn't in it?
Dayton.
Yeah. No Dayton again. I mean, I have looked at 9 cutest towns, 7 most towns you could retire in, the 10 best kept secret towns. I mean, between all these, we've had 85 towns that are on these lists, and none of them are Dayton. I didn't even know there was 85 towns in Nevada. And here we are, and Dayton's still not on the list. You know what? Mark my words right now. Everybody write this down in your fucking calendars. After the General and Gen X Talks plants its flag in Dayton, Dayton will mysteriously start making all the lists. Yeah, you watch. Starting with most eligible men over 50. That'll be a town, and then on the list, that'll be a good one there. The small towns in Nevada with the most handsome beards. That'll start making the list. You watch. Those things will start coming up now. You're laughing now. Wait till that. You know what? If you guys are going to laugh, I'm going to drink. And I'll drink alone. I don't mind. You guys can raise a glass with me or not. I drank alone before. I'll drink alone again. I don't prefer it. But you know what? If you're not going to be my friends, you're all going to be on her side. You're not going to understand the handsomeness that goes with Dayton in a little while here. Then I don't know why we're even talking. But I'm just going to keep drinking and keep talking. And you keep going. Gen X Mom.
Star Roberts gifted 5 brand new memberships over on YouTube tonight. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Star.
Brad Baker for $10. The General always has the hottest chicks hanging around. He's got to be paying them. It's the best bar ever at the bottom of the Glass Nation. Happy Saturday, folks.
Oh, thanks, Brad.
That was funny. Johnny O and Diabolito over on Facebook Blue are wishing the Sun Valley Fox a happy birthday tonight. Diabolito wants to know any shirts or merchandise to buy. Ha ha ha.
Not yet, but it's coming. I'm going to spend.
I think he's talking about the
nude ones?
the topless ones.
Oh,
The ones
yeah.
I was asking about.
Yeah, I
The
still don't have an
new
answer on that.
merchandise.
Well,
new merchandise.
Mary Mathis, you chimed in that night. You said that you buy or you've seen Shopify boobs or something on a mugs or something. What were you talking about?
No, I said I'd buy it.
She'd
You
buy
would
it
buy
if
it.
it was there.
Well, we'd
it
all
was
buy it if it was
available.
there. Yeah, we'd all do that. But not me. I haven't had to pay for sex myself. No. All right, we done over there?
Josh D, member for 28 months tonight. Baron of Gray Matter, $5.
Baron of Gray Matter?
Yes. $5 tonight on YouTube. Hey, General, enjoying a Glencairn of, I'm going to rip this apart, Lagavulin 16. Here's to ya. Chicks, man, fuck up a good story every time.
Every
Cheers,
time.
sir.
Wait,
And
was that Glenn Levin?
it might have been.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think he might have spelled it wrong.
Yeah, I think it's Glenn Levin.
Spot and Stock You gifted 5 Gen X Talks memberships on YouTube tonight.
I appreciate you guys. All of the people that have been donating memberships. You don't
Thank
know
you,
how much.
Spot.
That means a lot to us because it gives people time to go see what the behind the scenes stuff is, what the members only stuff is. And I got to tell you, about half the people stay. They pay the buck next time it comes around and they stay. And that's great because we get more people involved. I like that.
Scott, Royston just jumped in with 5 new memberships on YouTube. So we have 15 new members tonight on YouTube.
Scott was going to do that. Scott was going to be heard, goddammit. Scott Royston, he had to cinch up his belt and pull up his suspenders and said, I will be heard.
Baron of Gray Matter says the Glen Cairn is a type of glass.
Oh.
I did not know that. Thank you for the
The
clarification.
Glen Levin is a drink.
Yes.
Yeah.
You had some of that.
I have.
All right.
Am I back up to am I back up to bat yet?
It's all about you.
Thank you, God. All right. So quickly in the news, I thought this was funny. So my wife comes running out all day long. Did you see this? Did you see this? No one fucking see this. I'm working here. And she says they put out 3 chairs because the president of Ukraine, Zelensky, wanted to have a little meeting with Trump. So he did it right there in the Vatican, and they put out 3 chairs. Who wanted to be part of it? Who wanted to join in? Macron from France.
Yeah.
And so they put out
Zelensky was trying to pull him in for,
support.
Support.
Look, we're all together on this. It's Macron and me and others. And so they put 3 chairs out there.
He didn't want to be bullied by Trump by himself.
Yeah, then you said they had to take 1 chair away.
Yes.
So they put out the chair of Macron, and then Trump's all, fuck that. You want to talk to me? Man up. You don't need your bitch with you. Now go away. So Macron got ousted. They had the meeting, and then you came running out and said within minutes, back here in the United States, they were surrounding the Ukrainian embassy and going in.
Secret Service, the DC police.
Okay. At this moment, ladies and gentlemen, I still have not caught up on what went on. I don't know.
We don't know.
But I want to tell you, my first thought was when she came out with showing me this stuff, I said, so let me see if I get this right. There was a meeting in the Vatican with Zelensky of Ukraine, and then within minutes of that meeting, we're taking American flags inside their embassy and we're surrounding it, and the military guys are going in. She said, yes. I said, I think he kicked him out. I think he told Zelensky, get your fucking embassy out of my country, which we can do. Even though it's their sovereign territory, we can tell them, get the fuck out of here. We can do that. So I don't know that I'm guessing, just so you guys know, I have no idea if there's been a resolution, if you guys have already figured out what it was. I don't know the answer yet. But my gut, when she told me what happened in the order it happened, my Generation X common sense brain said, I think Zelensky just got kicked out.
I don't think so. Because I do have an update on my trash magazine.
Okay.
X.
Yeah.
Zelensky did post that it was a very good meeting. They had a very good talk. So it was very vague.
Then what the fuck are we running in there with the military and police and Secret Service running inside with flag? You don't take an American flag inside a foreign embassy unless you're going to plant it. Okay. It is Donald Trump. He could have said, all right, I'll tell you what, I'll do what you want. We'll take care of you some stuff here. Going to call ceasefire. But
put my
inside your embassy, there's going to be a big picture of me. I want it to be bigger than the one of you, and an American flag. I know that's weird, but I want it that way. Inside the embassy, if you say yes, I'll get it done within the hour. And Zelensky goes, fuck it, I don't give a shit. And so he says, okay, I call up and says, call up Pete Hegseth, have your top general go in there and plant the flag and put my picture up. And just move his to the side. Make sure mine's bigger. And that could have been how it went.
I know, but I told you the biggest FU that Trump did today was wearing the navy blue suit at the funeral.
Oh, tell everybody what you noticed. Tell everyone what you noticed.
So everybody's wearing black at the Pope's funeral. Many heads of state there. They're all in black, wives too. And then you go down and you see the picture, and Trump's in navy blue. Not black.
One dude wearing blue.
He stands out amongst everybody. I think they did that purposely. I think the person that dressed it went,
I think Trump just did it. I think they came in and said, I think Melania said, here's your black suit. And he went, no, I'm going blue. And she was like, really? And he goes, is he really Donald? And he's like, yeah, I'm doing blue. And what's funny is we all think that he did it to stand out, which I believe. He's like, fuck you.
He's that arrogant.
You guys are all going to remember I was here, motherfuckers. And Mary Mathis, who's on camera in studio, she comes wandering in, and she's such a Trump apologist. She goes, well, now, you guys, you do know that blue is his color. It's kind of his marquee. I mean, let's face it. Does he not wear blue all the time? You're like, well, yeah. You know, I wear Valentine's
Blue
Day
suit, red tie.
right, but to a state funeral, you might want to make an exception.
Maybe.
It's not a rule. You don't have to, but you know that it's just
Maybe.
like, okay, I was going to have an example of a woman who wears red in church, but both of you would shake your heads and go, I don't understand what's wrong with that. So I can't bring up the red dress in the middle of church thing. But anyway, not in this present company.
Jeremy B is making a comment about the picture of the Ukrainian thing. He said
Yeah.
it looks like they're taking the Ukrainian flag out.
I know it did to me too.
That's what he's saying from that picture.
But the truth was in the when I read the caption that went along with that picture, they were taking a Ukrainian flag in and the American flag in. That's what the picture said anyway. I don't know how that comes to play. I don't know. I'm just saying that's the thing on there.
Well, the people that are getting upset about Trump and what he's wearing, they didn't know the Pope very well, because this Pope probably could care less what anybody wore to the funeral. So whatever. It was his funeral, was it not?
Yeah, no.
What does it matter?
I'm fine with that. I'm just saying, I thought we ought to touch on some of that too there. I'd like to pull back a little bit from national news. Let's broaden.
1 second. I got one. Hold on. We have a comment. Baron a Gray Matter for $5 says Vatican requested dress code, said dark suit and black tie. He complied. Time for more whiskey.
I agree with that. Gray matter speaking, I'm drinking. Let's go.
So he did what he was told. He didn't say black.
All right. So let's take it from a global issue down to a very personal issue.
All right, let's go.
We have staff meetings here. The staff meetings are kind of boring with Gen X Talks. We cover some stuff. We talk about how fucked up all the staff is and how they all can't do anything right. We talk about fucking Trippy. Everything gets blamed on Trippy Pineapple. It's always his fault. We talk about how wonderful and attractive I am, and that takes up a good part of the meeting, to be fair. But when we're done, the same thing occurs every single time. When we get to the end of the meeting, we're just about done. We're exhausted. We've been talking about things for an hour and a half. I'm wrapping up the meeting. We're just about ready to go. Sammy Joe starts, I have a question. And it's always a 9-part question. So we usually don't let people in on the staff meetings. We don't let you guys know what's going on. But I took a quick snapshot of one of our staff members. And this is the face that always gets made by everyone in the room when Sammy Joe begins to speak. At the end of the meeting, this is what it looks like. This is the expression, like, oh, you fucking got to be kidding me. We've gone the whole thing. We're wrapping. This is a good representation of exactly what everyone is doing at the end of the meeting when Sammy Joe starts talking. Now, there was one other thing, too. When we talk about staff meeting stuff, you try to address personal concerns and the business concerns and the staff concerns. I thought that talking about Gen X Mom, she just brings up a picture and she puts it out there because I'm trying to corral my wife. Like, could you behave a little better? Could you do a little better? Could you try a little harder? Could you shut the fuck up a little more?
How boring is behaving?
This is what she sends me. Am I perfect? No. Am I trying to be a better person? Also no.
Mayor.
Yes.
Isn't that true? It's boring being like normal.
Yeah, who wants to be normal and who wants to behave?
Who wants to behave?
I'm just saying that this is not, you can say, am I perfect? No. But you shouldn't follow up with, am I trying to be a better person?
No.
Also no. So fuck you.
We're Gen Xers. We
Yeah.
don't
Middle of my
care.
fucking staff meeting, you got to start throwing shit like that around.
Just being honest.
I want, we talked a little bit about T-shirts and about things we're printing and can we get away with something. I'm making a T-shirt. There's going to be a slew of stuff that comes out that I've been working on. This T-shirt's going to be good. This is a gay test. If you see Spider-Man, I've got some really bad news for you. If that's what you saw was Spider-Man and not boobs in a bikini top, I got some really bad news. Now, to be fair, I think we have just protected a marriage. Because I showed this to the Sun Valley Fox and I said, what do you see? And I just showed him the picture. He goes, oh, that's Spider-Man. I said, ooh, And I thought, well, that's good. He didn't see a woman with a bikini top. He didn't see the boobs. And so I sent that to St. Donna, and I said, hey, here's the I screenshot, here's the conversation. Your husband saw Spider-Man, and everything's good. She goes, so my husband's gay. And I went, okay, fuck, I'm caught in a trap here.
Yeah, how
How
are you
did
going
you
to clean
dug
that
yourself
up?
into that?
Yeah, I walked right into that one, and boy, she didn't skip a beat. And I was like, the only thing I could say was what every Gen Xer would say. I'll get back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I didn't know where to go with that. So anyway, someone sent me one of these things too and said, did you ever play with these things? And they asked me if I knew the name of what these toys were called. These are, of course, the Army little paratrooper guys. And this is the one that came, it was later, it came in, or actually earlier, before Generation X, they had them all green. But before us, they came in different colors and this stuff. And someone asked me if I knew the name of this toy. And I said, yeah, it was, it had two names. One was called Stuck in a Fucking Tree. And the other one was called Never Fucking Opens. That's the way I remember it. I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys out there play with these particular toys, but Stuck in a Fucking Tree and Never Fucking Open. Stuck in a Fucking Tree was the green one, and Never Fucking Open was the yellow one. At least that's the way I remember it, give or take a lie or two. Gen X Mom, while I drink.
All right, let's go see in the sheets. Oh, T-Bone gifted 5 more memberships over on YouTube. So
T-Bone.
My man.
20 people over on YouTube have become members. Houdini, member for 37 months on YouTube. We have to get you back into American bourbons. That Canadian stuff just doesn't cut it. Might I suggest Old Forester?
We've had some of that.
I think you have.
We have. We had Old Forester, good stuff. However, the Sun Valley Fox is the patriarch of our family. The Sun Valley Fox, while we can dabble in all sorts of whiskeys and bourbons, the Sun Valley Fox, being the oldest surviving member of the family, dictates what we watch, what we drink, and how we behave on these shows. Now, I don't follow 2 out of those 3, but the Pendleton, with all my heart. So you want to convince somebody to do something different? You send the Sun Valley Fox what you want us to drink, and we get to the Loop Studios outside of the exclusion zone. We'll start drinking it. But Sun Valley Fox makes those calls, and I fall in line. My dumbass falls in line like a dutiful soldier. All right.
Baron of Gray Matter for $2 on YouTube. Tell her at least there won't be another woman.
Oh, yeah. Got to tell St. Donna, say, hey, gay or not, there won't be another chick. Are we good? So, here's the thing, too. Do you guys see the jar right now? Now, in old school Gen X talks, somebody like Mrs. Forwatton or Loud One would come through with a $22, $23 smack that thing, and you would watch that fucking thing explode.
Smacking Mrs. Four's peaches.
You see those peaches in there? Those are cast images of Mrs. Four's perfectly shaped ass. Before she passed away, years before she passed away, she sat for hours in a plaster mold. We got it of her ass. We shipped it out to the West Coast. We had a guy render it, put it in a computer, and that's her ass. That is not just a Roman orgy in there. That is Mrs. Forwatton's perfectly ass-shaped peaches. So if you guys put in something, a blue diamond will blow that shit everywhere, which is always fun to see, and it clears the jar. Just so you guys know. But I can't make you do it. Someone's got to step up and do it for me. I'm not that guy. Somebody's got to have that guy. Now, I know we're still living in the Biden economy. I know tariffs are tough. But somebody can scrape together $23 and put it in there and blow that shit up. I'll give you special recognition, and I'll even drink a big old swig. I'll drink a double shot if you guys do that.
Oh, my
Somebody
goodness.
does that. You can't stop me from pleasing the people, man. People are the good shit. Hear me speak. That's all I got to say is hear me speak.
Oh, Christopher Sevick, $21.
Is that enough?
For the Sun Valley Fox Singapore Hooker Birthday Fund.
There we go. Who else in there?
Danny H,
Look at that.
$20.
Oh, shit. Oh, her peach ass landed right on Ben Matlock's face. Ben Matlock never lost a case. I'm going to tell your wife, you got your face right in her ass.
Also, Danny H goes, you got 2 hot chicks saying it's more fun to misbehave. You need to check your priorities, General.
It's been a long day. Look at that. Smicky just dropped in for a $2 whore. She put more of Ben Matlock
Never lost a case.
Never lost a case. Ben Matlock's face right up against Mrs. Ford's ass. Ben Matlock, I gotta text Chris. I gotta call Christine and tell her to just. Well, I'm not.
He's kind of cheating right now.
He's got his face buried in it. Right, I don't know what's going on.
Little peaches.
I'm telling you, there's something going on there. All right, so let's move back to the things we were going to talk about. There's some stuff in here. We are almost through the program. I haven't even got to the phone calls yet.
I know.
Let's do the phone call.
Civic says Miss Hot and Nerdy's going to be pissed.
Little Miss Hot and Nerdy's going to be very upset that Ben Matlock.
Never lost a case.
Never lost a case is got his face buried in Mrs. Fort Watton's perfectly ass-shaped peaches. All right.
I love how they know everybody, all the characters in this crazy life of ours.
So do you want me to man the phone for the texting?
You have to.
Let me do that.
What are we doing?
Well, we're not even close to being done. I hope you took your pain pills and you got a fresh patch on.
Yes, my Mary told me to take them.
Because
I don't have a fresh patch on my back, but I do have medicine taken, yes.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you go get a patch, I'll put it on your ass right now.
No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah.
You positive?
Yeah, except you have me on camera, so if I have to stand up, gonna have to just
I know, but if you come over here, you're kind of blocked by my computer, but people would know you're dropping trow to get your pain patch on. All right, so let me go back to this. I don't think I have. I'll have to try real quick here, just so you guys can play along. There's some really cool stuff in here.
They're daring me to do it.
They're daring you to put a patch. They realize
I just want to see your ass on camera.
There is not enough money in this world for me to do that.
Oh.
I don't. Wait, I have a...
You can't see.
I won't have an OnlyFans page, damn it.
When you're standing here, they can't see your ass.
I gotta go get a patch, though.
Well, they're daring you. I guess money talks and bullshit walks. You guys put enough money in the jar, she'll fucking go do it. Believe me, she's done worse for less. I'm just saying.
Shoeless won $20 just to smack the peaches. We are having a wild Saturday night
It's getting crazy, and we haven't even got started yet.
I
We
love
haven't even started the emotional nudity.
I don't think anybody
emotional nudity. I'm going to when I go get my patch.
All right, so let's move this up here, and this will appear and I don't have a place to put it, so we'll leave that up there for right now. That's the phone number to this phone, and what you guys are going to do is I'm going to put up some quick images up here. Now, St. Donna, I will take into consideration that your internet is really slow because your husband, the Sun Valley Fox, is too cheap to pay for fast internet on your cellular device. So if yours comes in right at the top or near the top, I'll know that you were first, and we'll say something here. But to be fair, St. Donna, you weren't allowed to listen to rock and roll music, being a good Catholic girl you were. You'd have to rely on your husband anyway, who was deep in the trenches of Los Angeles. The Los Angeles underground was surfboards, skateboards, marijuana, and rock and roll back in the day.
Not marijuana.
Marijuana. Yes. He had dates with Mary Jane. All right. So here we go. Gen X mom did take off. She went to go, oh my God, they blew the jar out of there again. And one, it's so funny to watch Ben Matlock's face bounce around her peaches ass. The more I drink, the funnier that gets. All right, so this is what we're going to do. And just to be clear, Patty and Care Brat, I will address your stuff. I have to call you guys before I can go through. I got to talk a little more about this. It was very upsetting to hear the stuff you guys are going through, and I want to talk to you about it before we do it. And look who arrived. Is there anybody watching the studio camera? Yeah. Because here it comes.
We need hooker music.
There's such thing as hooker music. And I will...
Hey!
Hey! All right, there's one.
Come on!
I'm hurrying.
Show's on.
I wasn't expecting you to put your ass in my face.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay, good.
Good job. Well, you shouldn't dare her. She's total hardcore Gen X. She did it. Okay, so Carrie Brett said thank you. Okay, so it's on the screen, and you guys are going to text the phone.
Oh my goodness, there's so many people watching.
With 700 people went over to the camera.
Yeah, there was so many people
We
watching.
had like 19 people in the room watching the camera, and then when you're dropping your trowel, you get another 300 doing this.
Yes.
What's going on over there? General, move your
That was the emotional nudity.
That was the... Well, it was stressful.
You might have saw it, could not have saw it, maybe saw it, think you saw it? That's emotional nudity.
It's like watching porn on a UHF channel in the 80s with all the blurry lines. You're doing this going, was that a boob? I think that was a boob. That was a boob, wasn't it? All right, so where are we at here? Okay, so what I'm going to do, you got to text the phone. Don't fucking call the phone. Just text. Some of these are going to be worse than prizes. Mary Mathis, you got your pen ready?
Pen is ready.
Okay, some of these are easy. Some of these are going to be very difficult. I will let you know which ones are difficult. You guys, the difficult ones, you guys are going to get a prize, okay? So let's scroll on down and see what the fuck is the general talking about. I'm going to put up a picture. I got a few of these. I probably got 10 or 11 of these. I'm going to put up a picture of an album cover from the 70s or the 80s, but it's just whoop, boop, 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 just an eyeball, whoop, 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 just an eyeball picture of one. You have to identify it. Now, there's a couple in here from the 70s, but they're so famous, you fuckers should know it. Now, thank God the Sun Valley Fox is already 3 sheets to the wind, because that cat's going to go, fuck, I have that album still. I've got it signed by the band back when they were driving around in a minivan. And he's before there was even minivans, those were called VW buses. You didn't know that, did you? And the most famous one of all was when the Sun Valley Fox was hanging out on Highway 1 in a 27-window VW. You're all thinking, what the fuck is a 27? You go look it up. No, I'm fucking around with you. I ain't lying. All right, here's your first one. Text your answer to 805-460-5603. And again, we haven't even got to the call-in section yet. This is going to be great. Here we go. Bum, bum, bum. What album cover is that? You don't have to know the name of the album cover on this one. I will settle for who it is. But if you know both, you're the man, Reggie. You're the fucking man if you know both. Anybody got any clues, any ideas? All right, let's hear it. Looking on my phone. What the fuck is Mike Perkins calling for? No, Mike. No.
Answer.
I'll have to call Mike back because I'm not ready for that. Mike, we're going to call you back. Mike, if this has to do with the beginning of the program and Mary Mathis's boobs, you're a little late. You're like 45 minutes late. But I will do that. Let me hook that up too and make sure that's working too. I can check these in a second. Let's make sure we're hooked up there. Dum-dum-dum. And are we? Let's see. It is making sure we're on the right thing here. I got to make sure. Are we on? Yeah, let's make sure we're on. The Bluetooth is got to be hooked up correctly.
Do we have to have our headphones on?
Well, that's the next thing I'm going to have.
Oh, you're just texting. Sorry.
Yeah, we're just texting right now. Well, Bluetooth was off. Bluetooth is now on. It's connected to BTA. And if it says connecting, trying to hook up to the pod track where we could have actually taken Mike Perkins's, it's connected and ready. Now, I don't have any headphones, Gen X Mom. That's going to be a problem for me. You're going to have to hook me up to something there, and we'll check yours on the way out. All right, let's go back and see. Does anybody know what this is? Remember, bonus points. The first person who gives me both answers, the name of the album and the name of the band, that's impressive. All right, let's go back. Scrolling down. Let's see. Brad Baker says hair sniffing by the Bidens. No.
That's pretty creative, actually.
That really is.
That would be a great band. That'd be great. I like that one.
He said hair sniffing.
And we're done.
Thank you, folks. Before we get banned off of every platform. Oh, my God. That was fucking funny. Oh, my God.
How much has he been drinking tonight?
I don't. Nobody fucking got it. All right. So let's see. Someone wrote text okay, not call. Not the name of the album or the band. All right. Danny H. Crosby, Stills, and Nash. Wow. Should we congratulate Danny H?
For being wrong?
Not Crosby, Stills, and Nash. So a lot of people.
Crosby, Stills, Nash, 3 people?
Well, yeah.
There's 2 people on that cover.
Well,
unless you're doing, Gen X.
All right. Let's see who got it right here. Okay. Deb Ninehouse, she chimed in. She said Simon and Garfunkel. She is correct. Houdini chimed in. Simon and Garfunkel. He is correct. Christopher Sivik chimed in. Mrs. He says you should have kissed her ass, General. When it was bared to me. I can't get away with that. Mrs. Robinson, Simon and Garfunkel, Christopher Sevick's also right. A lot of people got it right, but no one. It says Simon and Garfunkel says strong mojo. And here it comes. Boy, he's making a splash today, isn't he? This is Baron of Grey Matter. Simon and Garfunkel. Do you know the name of the album?
I do not.
Mary Mathis?
I do not.
You really don't?
No, I didn't really care for them. Not a big fan.
But this is like one of the top 500 albums of all time.
Congratulations.
Bridge.
Over Troubled Water.
That's it. Bridge over Trouble.
I didn't know that was the name of the...
Baron of Grey Matter got that one locked out. A few people got that, right? Good stuff there. That's good stuff. There was a lot of stuff in there. The Bridge over Troubled Water, Chris Wilson. The dude says it's big man behind little man. No. That's the porn you watched from the 70s, dude. No. Abbey Road, the Beatles. Josh. No. Not even close. Pretty much everybody got it right. Brad Baker gets an award for the best one there. All right, we got a bunch of these, and it took an hour to get through this one. Here we go. Get another one. Text when you know the answer. Text when you got the answer. What I want, let's not make it too complicated here. I just need the name of the album. Why is that funny that I'm not asking also for the name of the band? Well, some of you would know. All right. Gen X Mom, do you got it in your head?
Oh, a scoop of chocolate, scoop of vanilla.
Seriously?
Yeah. The giveaway is the...
What?
Never mind.
I didn't have the band's name is not in there.
No, but it's the what those are. I wonder if people even know that. That's extra points.
What? Oh, if they know it's a guitar? Yeah.
And who's giving away the answer now?
Well, I didn't know it was a question. I'm not...
I said it could be for extra points. Does everybody know that the spaceships are all upside down guitars?
Dragon Slayer Jade said Jefferson Starship.
No.
Ooh.
Michael Dawson said Boston. John said Boston. Noel said Boston, not Noel. Sparky One said Boston Afterburner, which is not correct. Afterburner was Easy Top. Sahara H said Boston. Chris Wilson said Boston. Oh, Danny H was actually first, but you know what he wrote? Boaton. Boaton. Danny H.
What are you drinking tonight, Danny?
H. So close.
I think
Swing
he
and a
snuck
miss,
into
buddy.
the woodshed.
That was a whiff, Danny H. That was swing and a miss, buddy. That was a whiff. Boaton? I know what Boaton is.
I think he went to the woodshed.
So who got it first on the list? Shasta Williams.
Oh, Shasta Williams.
Shasta Williams came in first. And that one, good job. All right, so let's go to the next one. We got a bunch more, and then we still got to go to the phone call section of the program. Here comes another one. This is an album cover. I haven't seen anything from the Sun Valley Fox. And you would think if Briggs was there, he would just tell Briggs,
text your mother.
text it. No, he would say, text the phone fast for me. He would have Briggs on ready to go and just shout the name, and Briggs would be in there on behalf of the Sun Valley Fox.
We have no proof that they're even watching this right now. They could be.
No, they could be not watching this at all. But that would be if he wants to pay for his dinner, he should help out Sun Valley Fox. All right, so
he
where we
wants
at?
to live at my house. He can start unboxing boxes. Just saying.
You want to pay your rent? Start getting shit put away. Hang some shit on the walls. All right, here's another one. What album and what artist is this? Very famous.
Scoop of chocolate.
Are you
Scoop
serious?
of vanilla.
How do you know that so quickly?
Because I see the person on it. I know what that is.
Oh my God! But it looks like spacesuits in the back. All right.
Doesn't.
Yes, it does. You know what?
I think you think us Gen Xers are stupid.
I think some people don't pay attention. I think some Gen Xers are losing a few brain cells. That's what I think. I think it's been a few glasses of whiskey and you might forget some shit.
All right.
I'm gonna call your brother and ask if he's even fucking paying attention here.
We're buffering.
We're buffering?
Yes, we
Yes,
are.
we are.
Would you like to know why?
Why?
I didn't click over to the gray line.
What does that mean?
There we go.
We're still running on Wi-Fi.
Good job.
Now I clicked over to the gray line, which will fuck everything up for a few seconds.
Stream froze. Yep.
Yeah, but not anymore. It's back, right?
The screen is still frozen.
Stand by.
Is everyone's? Mary's isn't frozen.
Mine's frozen.
No, yours isn't.
Jumping. It's jumping a little bit.
Mine's frozen. Uh-oh. Let's see if we can fix mine.
Video froze. Audio is good. Stand by, Trippy.
Stand by.
Mics are hot.
I'm moving.
Yep, but I'm not. Stand by. I got another trick I can try to pull. I can pull another trick. Okay, that